the time of year when tomatoes are popping like popcorn in the garden.
Nutritionist Donna Weihofen is here with some new recipes. Hi, Donna.
I do have some recipes, and they're just kind of the things you might have in your pantry, so they're not hard to make. Nothing fancy.
Tomatoes are versatile, and they're very good for you,
They
right?
are vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin A, and it has lycopene in it. What makes the tomato red, the pigment itself, is called lycopene, and that's a big cancer fighter. So the redder the tomato, the better it is.
Oh, great.
That's a ziti, that's a little casserole with penne pasta and Italian sausage and spinach. And I also use petite diced tomatoes. I think they're much better than the big whole ones. So that's a pretty easy recipe to do.
And the canned tomatoes have all the good stuff in them?
Yes, absolutely, they do. You don't have to peel them. If you have them yourself, that's great, and then you can do it. But also, I like to seed them if I have them, because otherwise the dish gets too juicy. So cut them and seed them. And then tomato basil soup. My husband loves tomato basil soup. So I was experimenting, and I used either the diced tomatoes, or I found canned whole peeled tomatoes. I think they should be peeled, because the peeling doesn't puree very well. So make sure if you use fresh tomatoes, you peel them.
This is delicious.
Really good.
Yeah.
How did you make it?
Well, this one has a little bit of Italian basil and Italian seasoning, and the tomatoes, it has chicken broth in it, and white pepper.
Your favorite secret ingredient.
White pepper. And of course the basil. And so that
very good.
It's really tasty.
Did you just use it with like a hand blender to...
my immersion blender?
Yeah, to mix it up?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, what's this guy here?
Okay, now this is your hamburger tomato pie. Last time I made a sweet pie for you. This time I'm making a savory pie. And I'm taking a pie crust, which I have pre-baked. You can see that I've baked it ahead of time. Otherwise, this crust would be too soggy. You put a little mustard on the bottom of your pie crust. Last time I was making that peach pie, and I put a peach puree on it. So this is mustard on the bottom.
Dijon?
Yes, that's a good one. And what I did was cook up some ground beef and some onions, and you can put that on the bottom. So this is going to be your hamburger. Spread it around. And on top of that, we're going to put a little bit of cheese, some like shredded cheese.
What kind of cheese did you use?
Well, I'm using some Italian cheeses, or you can use mozzarella, any kind of cheese you like. And then the secret, the tomatoes. So take thin little slices of this kind of a tomato.
Like aroma?
You like aroma. And put that all around the top and make it like this. And on top of that, then, I have a mixture of egg and milk. I won't put it on right now because that'll be messy. But this egg and milk and a little bit of half and half. Just the skim milk by itself is a little bit not quite as good as if you add a little bit of half and half. So it's kind of like half milk and half and half.
And this is it, the final product?
That's it. And you bake, you'll put this on top and a little bit more cheese on top.
But you don't have a crust on the top.
No crust on top. Yummy, isn't it?
It is
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. And the good thing about this one, too, it warms up beautifully. If you don't eat the whole thing, you can cut the pieces and just put them in the microwave.
30 seconds.
Oh, well, that's good enough. I've got a pasta salad there. The pasta salad has black beans and corn in it, and you can use canned corn or fresh corn. But the dressing is what makes it. And the secret to this dressing, it has olive oil in it, but the secret is it has Parmesan cheese in the dressing.
It's really fresh.
So the Parmesan cheese, a touch of honey to sweeten it, a touch of Worcestershire sauce, and it's a very special dressing. There's lots of pasta salads, but this one I really like.
It's really good.
Yeah, I like it.
And this is sort of the Mediterranean diet in a bowl, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's all the good things.
And I thought maybe with the leftovers, because you're not going to eat it all, right? Promise? I'm gonna get a rotisserie chicken, and I'm going to add chicken to that, and I might have company.
That's a great idea.
Thursday night, who wants to come?
All right.
Great idea. We'll be there.
Watch the debate.
Yeah, exactly. There you
All
go.
the recipes online, channel3000.com. Donna, thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Great to see you.
When we come back, dealing with losses in our lives.
Psychologist Shyla Murgain is here today. She'll run down the stages of loss and grief and how to deal with each one.